Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well today. So for today's video, of course, I want to give you guys an update. What is happening with Bitcoin right now, and of course the entire cryptocurrency market. And what I really want to talk about is 2025. So we know the year 2025, okay, is obviously going to be an amazing year for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, because that is when we will in fact be in the next bull market, right? So there is in fact a chart, and I will in fact show you guys this chart towards the end of this video, and this chart is indicating and showing you guys that we might actually see Bitcoin over $300,000. Let me repeat that, 300K. $300,000 per Bitcoin by the year 2025. Okay, so the end of the year in 2025, specifically November. So November 2025, we might actually see Bitcoin reach over $300,000 as the top price for Bitcoin, right, in the next bull cycle. So that's exactly what I want to show you guys. But first, let's talk about Bitcoin. What is happening with Bitcoin right now, and let's talk about what's going to happen with Bitcoin short term before we talk about 2025. What's going to happen with Bitcoin in 2025? So right now, Bitcoin still holding strong at $26,000, right? 26,800, just below 27K. We saw yesterday that yes, we actually saw Bitcoin drop below, back down to $26,000. And today it seems like Bitcoin is just sort of consolidating right now at this level. You guys can see we're on fact in 1 hour time frame. That is exactly what's happening right now for Bitcoin. Now, the entire cryptocurrency market today, not much movement once again, just like what we saw yesterday. There is in fact a fair few altcoins having a drop, but overall not much movements at all, guys, right, for the crypto market. You guys can see today overall the market is down 1.5%, but the global crypto market cap is still above 1 trillion, which is always great to see. But yeah, not much movements today, guys. Okay, not much movements for Bitcoin, and of course altcoins. Some altcoins are dropping 1%, 2%, but nothing too crazy, right? That's happening in the crypto market today. So this is what I really want to talk about real quick, before I show you guys, the Bitcoin charts and whatnot. So we know this month is October, and I told you guys many times that usually this month Bitcoin does perform pretty well. You guys can see if I actually show you guys the Bitcoin monthly returns. You guys can see in previous years, okay, throughout Bitcoin history from 2013 to where we are right now, right, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin for the month of October actually performing pretty well, pretty decently, right? So we know October, even next month, November, should be a great month for Bitcoin. But so far, Bitcoin is down 0.6% so far for, this year, right? So not much movement is happening so far for Bitcoin for this month. But understand, guys, right, we are almost halfway through this month. So we're still early into this month. So who knows? We might actually see, in the next upcoming, few days and of course few weeks for Bitcoin pump, right? But I told you guys many times, in yesterday's video, even, the day after that, I told you guys that we might actually see Bitcoin have a, more drops are coming for Bitcoin, right? So the price for Bitcoin may, we might see more retests, more pullbacks for Bitcoin, right? So that is that. But I don't see Bitcoin, honestly, I don't see Bitcoin dropping below 20K, right? It could happen, but very, very unlikely to happen in my opinion, right? That's just me though. Okay, it could happen, but in my opinion, very unlikely to happen. So we know October, you guys clearly see, yeah, Bitcoin does perform pretty well, but so far this month, Bitcoin is down 0.6%, and we're not seeing too much of a movement. I know everyone out there was expecting Bitcoin to perform very, very well throughout October for this year, but so far, okay, we are pretty much almost halfway through this year, this month, sorry, and so far we haven't really seen Bitcoin have much movements. In fact, we've been seeing Bitcoin drop slightly lower since it's back down below $27,000, back down at 26K, right? So up October, maybe over for Bitcoin. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, but we will see. And don't take this as a a negative side. Take this as a positive side, because that way we can actually, you know, take this as an opportunity. You know, if we actually see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside, we actually can, you know, buy Bitcoin, right, at a lower price, right? So always look at the positive side, guys, right? And I told you guys many times, if we actually do see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside, you know, if it drops back down to like 25 to 24 to 23, even lower than $23,000, obviously I'm going to be buying, and I hope you guys will take that as a opportunity, a massive opportunity to buy more Bitcoin, right? Because right now is the perfect time to buy Bitcoin. I've been telling us that many times. Now let's get to these Bitcoin charts, starting off with this one. This one is to show you guys that we are almost there to the next bull market. You know, the halving is literally right around the corner, and you guys clearly see, right? This chart is just showing you guys that every single time we have the Bitcoin halving, this is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most. So obviously the blue line here, that is when the halving is going to happen. You guys clearly see throughout Bitcoin history and previous halvings for Bitcoin, every single time we have the halving, this is where Bitcoin tends to pump a lot. And that's when we enter the next bull market and we enter the next bull run for Bitcoin. So we are almost there, guys, right? Literally almost there to the next halving. And this is why, you know, I'm trying to tell you guys, you know, time is ticking for Bitcoin. When the halving happens, again, we enter the next, you know, bull run for Bitcoin. When the bull run actually happens for Bitcoin, we're not going to see Bitcoin, you know, at the price where it is right now, which is around $26,000. It's going to be way higher than that, right, at the time, next year in 2024, right? And we know next year in 2024 is obviously going to be an amazing year for Bitcoin and crypto as well, right? So that's that. So be ready, guys, okay? Time is ticking, so accumulate now. So we know Bitcoin is about to pump. Okay, the halving is about to happen. So $48,000, is that possible? Now, if you guys have in fact been watching my videos, I told you guys, you know, for this year alone in 2023, I told you guys that I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching at least 50K, right? And I'm still sticking with that. You know, I still think maybe potentially Bitcoin has the potential here to reach at least $50,000 towards the end of this year in 2023 or early next year in 2024. Okay, and this chart is just clearly showing you guys Bitcoin is going to reach that target of around $48,000 in the next upcoming few months, right? Especially when the halving happens, yeah, we're going to see Bitcoin pump. So be ready, guys, okay? For all my Bitcoin holders out there, be ready because Bitcoin is about to explode. But short term, I understand, okay, Bitcoin could potentially have more pullbacks, like I said, but, you know, long term, okay, it's going to pump eventually, right? We know the bull market is literally right around the corner. So just remember that, guys, right? So that's that. Now, I know I showed you guys this chart in yesterday's video, right? And if you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, you should actually check it out. I actually did buy some, you know, Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, but also Ethereum, right? So if you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, you should definitely check it out. I think it was yesterday's video or the day after. Can't remember. But I showed you guys this chart, and it just shows you guys that we should be buying and hodling. We should not be panic selling, and we shouldn't even be, you know, panicking at all. We should be very, very bullish right now, okay, especially right now. So this chart, I love this chart. You know, once again, shout out to Stock Money Lizards, but this chart just clearly shows you guys when we should be buying, when we should be hodling, and when we should be selling. Now, I told you guys, right? If you need the money, go ahead and take your profits. You know, no one has gone broke taking profits, right? You're making money when you're taking profits, obviously, because it's profits, obviously, right? So if you need the money, go ahead and take that money, right? But if you don't need it, like realistically, if you don't actually really need it, then just keep buying and hodling long term. Okay, Bitcoin is a great long-term investment. We know that, right? So think about that, right? So that's that, because Bitcoin is always reaching new all-time highs. Okay, we know we always enter different cycles. We enter, you know, the bull cycle and the bear cycle, but every single time we enter the next new bull cycle, Bitcoin always tends to reach a new all-time high. So this is why I always tell you guys, Bitcoin is a great long-term investment, right? It really, really is. So that's that. Now, this is the last chart that I want to show you guys for today's video. 320K. Bitcoin next cycle, top at $320,000. Absolutely insane. 320K could occur in November of 2025. You guys clearly see that now. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think it's possible for us to see Bitcoin, by November of 2025 at $320,000. Let me know. Be honest with me. Personally, okay, it could happen. Okay, looking at this chart right now, it could potentially happen. Like, let's just look back a bit, like in 2020. And let me just actually show you guys on crypto market cap, coin market cap, sorry. Yeah. So if we go to the all-time chart, you guys clearly see it. Let's just look back in 2020, right, when Bitcoin was absolutely dropping. Okay, let's actually talk about 2017 as well, because that's when I felt like a lot of people got into, Bitcoin, right? Because that's when it was actually exploding to, thousands of dollars. So back in 2017, sorry, we saw Bitcoin actually reach about 16K, right? Over 16K, almost 17K, and then it dropped, right? And you guys clearly see it dropped all the way down to like $3.4 thousand in 2018. So it dropped a lot. And a lot of people thought, Bitcoin will never go back up to like, 16K ever again, where it was in 2017, right? But it slowly pumped back up to 13K, and then it dropped again. You guys clearly see that went back down to $5.3 thousand in 2020, right? And still, no one knew where Bitcoin was going to be heading. Okay, I felt like in that year in 2020, I felt like a lot of people were still bearish with Bitcoin. They thought Bitcoin was a scam and it was never going to go back up to its previous all-time highs, which was around 16K back in 2017. And then the next bull market happened, and boom, we saw Bitcoin reach 63K, over 60K. So think about it, guys. No one knew when we were all the way down here, okay, at like $5,000 when Bitcoin was still below 10K. No one knew that this massive pump was going to happen for Bitcoin. So for us to see Bitcoin reach over 300K, okay, it's possible. Let me tell you guys that right now. It is very, very possible. I'm honestly like 50-50 on this. I know Bitcoin's going to easily reach 6 figs, 100K. I've been telling you guys that. And I told you guys, Bitcoin has the potential to reach 200K. I never mentioned 300K though. So 300K, it's possible. Okay, I'm 50-50 on it, but I know 100% Bitcoin's going to reach 100K to maybe even 200K. Now 300K, I'm 50-50 on that, right? So that's that, guys. You guys let me know in the comments down below. But $300,000, I'm 50-50 on it. So you guys, let me know in the comments below. I would really love to know your thoughts. Because right now, no one knows where Bitcoin is heading. Just like what I said back in 2020, right? No one actually knows where Bitcoin is heading next. So 60K was massive. And obviously, a lot of people did in fact FOMO in when Bitcoin was having this run-up, right? Bad time to get in, I ain't gonna lie. You don't want to chase those green candle guys. You want to chase, right, those red candles. And when we are in fact in all-time lows, and of course when Bitcoin is in a bear market, which it is right now. And that's why I've been telling guys many times to buy Bitcoin. This is the perfect time right now to buy Bitcoin as much as you possibly can. So $320,000 by November of 2025, it's possible, right? 300K, 320K, yeah. I think it's possible, 50-50, right? So that's that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. That is always appreciated, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.